YouTube, they saying T Grizzly done shot his auntie. Ooh wee, boy. You bogus. Whoa, whoa, we gotta go back. She had to go? That's crazy. He was signed to his auntie? What type of shit is that? Niggas get signed to their auntie is crazy. Auntie got smoked. That's not funny. That's fucked up.
Fuck, you know that everybody who killed everybody and popped everybody, but y'all don't know how 600 got down on Auntie though.
As soon as your family member die, all of a sudden you done sacrificed it. That'd be everybody's
Hey,
favorite
what's up,
shit,
y'all?
boy.
Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/hookah_anonymous. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it done got real weird in the music industry once again, but this time something ain't making sense. Now it's one thing to call us a conspiracy theorist, but what do you call the police that charge a man for the unaliving of someone close to someone that you are friends with? Confusing, right? Okay, let me break it down in layman's terms real quick.
Yeah, break
Let's
this
say your
shit down,
auntie
man.
gets unalived in a drive-by that supposedly you was the target in, and when the police do their investigation, it comes back that the shooter is affiliated to someone you know.
Man, y'all kill Auntie in a drive-by? Oh, damn.
So basically, no matter how you cut the corners of this situation, it's a crazy situation no matter how you look at it, because it's either one, your homeboy tried to take your life and you didn't know, or two, your homeboy tried to take your life but ended up unaliving your aunt, or three, you sent your homeboy to set everything up and now it's all coming to light. It's one of those
If you set your auntie up, boy, you bogus as shit. You got a special spot in hell for that one.
three things, and either way,
I
it paints T
TT.
Grizzly in a bad light,
I
because
TT,
now
bruh.
that we know his own friend is behind the shooting, unaliving of his aunt, what do we do? If he keep kicking it with them, it's gonna look like
What you do to make a nigga that mad to where he slide on your auntie? Damn.
he's the one behind everything, or two, you just found out your own friend, someone who was an attendee at your wedding, was allegedly trying to take you out, or at
Your
least have
best
something to
man
do with
slid
it.
on your
And
auntie?
yes, I know everyone's innocent until proven guilty, y'all, but out of all the people in the world, why would
It
law
be your own
enforcement
nigga,
accuse
boy.
600 Woo? Now, before we get into the news that just broke, let's get into the details of what transpired so y'all can understand what's going on. Now, if y'all remember, T Grizzly's aunt slash manager was shot and unalive during a drive-by shooting in T's hometown of Detroit back in 2019. According to reports, August 20th, 2019, at approximately 9 p.m., in the 3600 block of 3 Mile Drive, a black Chrysler 300 occupied by T Grizzly's aunt, Jabina Brown, aka JB, T Grizzly, and one other male was stopped at a location on 3 Mile Drive. When the driver exited the vehicle, shots were fired from an unknown location. Reports say T Grizzly's aunt was the
Damn, the driver hopped out shooting? That's some shit.
only one that was hit during the shooting
He
on her
shooting
left
and he
side.
driving. That
When she
boy
was taken by a
ball hard.
nearby hospital, she was pronounced deceased. Now, we will learn that no one else was injured during that shooting except T Grizzly's aunt. Now, from the beginning, I always said that this shooting was suspect because it didn't make much sense, and it's actually similar to the Philly rapper YBC Duel situation where he was shot and unalived as well. Whereas there's a drive-by shooting and somehow shots are fired at the car, but some way they only hit one person. In the YBC duel
Mm.
situation,
Ain't that
whoever
some
did it
shit?
had to be a sharp shooter to shoot as much time as they did and only strike him as he sat in the back seat during the drive-by shooting right next to the driver who wasn't hit at all. Not even a ricochet, a graze, nothing. And when it comes to T Grizzly's aunt slash manager, it was basically the same thing, but who would ever think that it may have been an inside job? Well, according to social media, because we haven't been able to find an accurate arrest record due to us not being able to find 600 Wu's real name, but it said that while he was already incarcerated for an unrelated charge, he has now been charged with the unaliving of T Grizzly's aunt slash manager in 2019. Shout out to Detroit Hits because they will post official court records stating that 600 Wu was arrested the same day JB was unalive and caught with the same firearm used in her shooting.
Oh my God, you still got the murder weapon? Oh, you mean so retarded, boy. This shit don't make no damn
In the court
sense.
document, it'll say, quote, on or about August 20th, 2019, in the Eastern District of Michigan, the defendant Jermaine Whedon, knowing that he had been convicted of a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year, knowingly possessed a firearm, to wit, a Glock 23 40 caliber semi-automatic handgun bearing serial number PAZ363.
They
Said
caught him with the
firearm happened to
serial
be
number.
shipped and
It's over
transported
with.
in interstate
He gone.
commerce in violation of Title 18 United States Code Sections 922 and 924. Now, I'm assuming this is why people are saying that he was the one behind the shooting, or he's the one that they gathered for it, because he was caught with the same weapon that was used. So whether they had information that he did it or not, surveillance, or he was snitched on, whatever the case may be, possession is 9/10 of the law. So if you got a weapon, let's say you didn't even do the crime. If you have the weapon that was involved in the shooting and you get
Over
caught
with.
with it, they're gonna assume that you was the one that did it. Simple as that. But let's get into some interesting details that may have been.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. If somebody set him up and gave him that weapon that they killed bro Auntie with, that's crazy as shit.
A motive behind her passing and why people are alleging that allegedly
Buy y'all guns from the store, bro. Like, you don't know who you buying this shit
T
from.
Grizzly may have been behind it. So to understand where we're going with this, first and foremost, we have to understand that according to numerous of people, JB wasn't T Grizzly's real aunt. Everyone keeps saying, well, why would T want to get rid of his own aunt? Who would do something like that to their own aunt that they clearly love? Well, she was his manager, who he may have looked at as his auntie, but blood relation or marriage? No. Detroit rapper Sada Baby, who was also managed by JB, called her auntie as well. So it's clear that she may have been an auntie figure to these guys, but she wasn't necessarily their real aunt biologically or through marriage. Then to strengthen that claim, a woman who would identify herself as JB's
Let me find
actual
out he's
cousin
smashing
would
his
go
auntie.
underneath a post of the claims that she was unalive by 600 Wu, and she would say, quote, my cousin was not his auntie, but his manager. Now here's where it gets weird. Normally, I will point out something sacrificial because we know how that industry gets down. Whether it was due to trying to get the manager out the way so the artist could collect more money, or maybe just giving them a period to excel. And the way everything happened just didn't sit right with many people. But it will come out that it's deeper than just that, allegedly. It could have been that too, but it's been rumors circulating that one of the main reasons people feel T allegedly paid to get JB knocked off was because allegedly he got her pregnant. And keep in mind, this is around the time T was
Oh, hell no. Hell no. You put that dick on Auntie? Be real, T. You put that dick on Auntie, boy. That's sick.
supposed to be living a straight and narrow life on a path to getting married. So for it to come out that not only did he have intercourse with his manager slash auntie, but to then get her pregnant as well, that'd be
Allegedly.
very detrimental for his career. One user in Detroit Hits comments would say, quote, T got her pregnant, and since he had a fiance, he called that hit on her.
No. Was he really clapping Auntie for? That nigga put the business
Paul
on
M
Auntie.
was plotted, them being in different cars yet
He
going to the
put
same
Auntie through the
location,
mattress.
etc. T set the pick, they just thought that it wouldn't catch up to them. Hence, his
Oh
turned his life
boy.
around and no longer mentions JB or his acts in the streets. Remember, he's a streamer now. Inward rebranded like Dirk before he got caught. Another user on Reddit
Hey,
would say,
why
quote,
Dirk caught a
yo,
stray?
she had to go. He was signed to her and had her pregnant. That wasn't his real auntie. She was in the way. She had to get X'd out, so he had some out of town MFs do it instead of Detroit, so nobody would know.
Hey man, these just allegations, but she had to get X'd out. It's crazy, man. I'm gone.